Hey, Dale, your librarian here. What's going on in this guide and how can you use it? Say you have, it's like 5 minutes to midnight and you've got to crank out some work. So obviously reaching out to me is not an option. So I made this guide for you. What we have is over on the side here, there's links to the catalog, which will automatically do searches for you. So for example, you can see this one's looking up case studies. I have another search, public relations, and I put in all these extra keywords for like a particular public relations. You could change those keywords to automotive or cars, and you can do your own search. There's another one where you can go into public relations books. So typically we'll have your textbooks and things like that. But if you click on this one, you can see books from the last, I think 3 years. If you run into these options for access, those are ones that I can purchase on your behalf. So just email me. Most of them are ebooks though, so you can see those. You can get some good tips for your research. Speaking of research, how do we do a PR case where we're doing evidence-based research? Because there's going to be a lot of opinion about things. So I have an example here where I created an annotated bibliographic entry, kind of. Bear with me, the criteria and standards for your annotated bibliography will be different than mine. But here I have a citation, I have a direct quote, and then I have a little context that I added. So you can see what an annotated bibliographic entry looks like. Also, when you're looking at public relations, you represent maybe an organization or a company, and you are the speaker on behalf of that company, and you're appealing or making communication to a variety of audiences. These are ways. In one particular instance, there was a PR case in the 1970s where an automotive company had an engineering error that hurt people. So here's a list of all the different things that you could look up. So for example, if you wanted to do a search, you could do Ford Pinto and then executives. Or you could look up journalism or accident or injury. You get the idea. You can look up any number of those different populations that you might be making a message to by looking at what they value or messages that already happened. You could also go back and you could say, well, let's skip this altogether and let's do car industry or automotive industry. And then you could see, maybe you could even just do public relations. And this is something that we did in the keywords already. So these are just an idea of all the different populations, people that you can expect to be the audience for a communication. When we get down here, these are keywords that you could use again and again and again for different databases. At the library homepage, there's databases. And these are my favorites. So you could go the library catalog I just showed you. You could use Communication Mass Media Complete. Let's go to Nexus Uni. Let me show you a fun trick in this one. We could do, what's something that just happened? PR disaster. I don't know what's going on with PR right now, but let's see. So when we do a search, Nexus Uni allows you to go into scholarships, but it allows you to go into newspapers and popular press. But you can go down to source type and you can say, I only want to see what happened in industry trade press. So this would be industry magazine. So things about like accounting or automotive engineers. This one is about, looks like the, I don't know what sportskita.com is, but you get the idea. You could go in and you could see strategies, disasters, you could see outcomes and things that were going on before you go into the scholarship. So let's do scholarly work. So if you're going into Communication Mass Media Complete, you could go to Advanced Search, Public Relations, and let's say adolescence. And sometimes it'll give you other keywords. So young people, public relations, We only want peer-reviewed articles with references available, so it's scholarly articles. And there's only 41, but we're not looking at a particular organization. We're just looking at everything all reviewed together. So here's one about cancer, print ads, beer and cigarettes. You could take these case studies or these scholarly evidence gathered in an article, and you could use them to look at other things that are similar to what you're interested in. And you can see the full text typically will show up, or you can click on the View It, or here we go. This shows you the journal that it's showing up in. If you can't get that full text, all you have to do is go to Interlibrary Loan, or you can just email me right here, and I'm happy to help you out.